What's up, Met fans? Welcome back. Talking Mets and Rob. How's everybody doing? What's up, guys? I'm live from Tampa, Florida, ready to go to the games the next couple of days. Right now, I'm in the hotel room. Hopefully, the Wi-Fi holds up on me. The Wi-Fi has been giving me trouble, but hopefully, it stays and works for at least an hour until 9 o'clock. I'll be with you guys until 9 o'clock. Thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget, guys, hit on that like button. If you're new to the channel, what's up? Hit on that subscribe button. Keep on hitting those comments. Let me know what's going on. How's everybody doing? Hayden, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Hope everybody's doing good. Long time no see. Our Mets are hot, everybody. 7 in a row. Mow down the Diamondbacks. Mow down the Orioles. Just keep on coming with the wins. That's what I'm talking about. I'm so pumped for the Rays series. I really think that we're catching the Rays at a good time. They haven't been scoring runs. The Yankees have been mowing them down. So let's hope that I don't want them to go into a losing streak against us, but at the same time, we are facing their ace in Tyler Glass now tomorrow, so it's not going to be an easy game. Ryan, what's up? How you doing? Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget, guys, hit on that like button. Say what's up in the comment. Let me know what's going on. How's everybody doing? So glad I'm here. It was crazy this morning with the flight. My flight was delayed. It was just insane. But I'm here. I'm in Tampa. Had a long day. I was at Busch in Tampa with the theme park and everything like that, enjoying the day. Only recently got in the hotel like an hour ago, so trying to work my way into the live stream. I'm going to be with you guys for an hour until 9 o'clock. We're going to get into the Baltimore series a little bit. We're going to talk about Harvey, the great job the Met fans did about giving him a standing ovation because he did deserve it. And then the dominance of that series with the Orioles. So many things that we can talk about throughout the series, throughout the Arizona series, the Orioles series. It's just so good that we just look to see the Mets been playing with the bench mob. Because if it wasn't for this veteran bench, who knows where this team would be without J.D. Davis with the injuries and Brandon Nimmo. It's just there's a few things Sandy has been doing well, and that's in a bench that has a bunch of veterans that know their place. And then when the opportunities come up, they pounce on the opportunity and they produce. And that's all we can ask for as of right now. So stay with in the comments, guys. Let me know how you guys are doing, how you guys are feeling. Let me, if any of you guys are in Tampa, going to the games in Tampa. I know Sal is going to the game. Hayden, I don't know if you're going. Let me know if you are in the comments. If you guys are going, let me know so I can maybe meet you guys at the game or before the game, after the game. Whatever you guys want to do, just let me know. I will be going to the Friday and Saturday game. I won't be going to the Sunday game. I got a few things that I have to do here in Florida, so just let me know in the comments if you guys are here. And I will try to meet you at the game, before the game, after the game. Just let me know, guys. Brian, how you doing? Brian, you know what? I'm so sick of Todd Frazier. To be honest with you, he was batting like 068 with Pittsburgh. You know what? VR has been good at third base. Surprisingly, he hasn't in his career. He hasn't been good defensively, but he has been good so far with the Mets defensively. So I think it's more than enough, especially when Luis Guillorme is going to come back at some point. I'm not going to throw in another defensive guy Todd Frazier who can't hit. So I'd rather just worry about the guys we got. They've been playing well. The bench mob has been productive. That's all I can say. Let Todd Frazier enjoy his retirement. Let him be in Tom's River where he belongs. I am so ready to give this team all the help possible, because at the same time, we've been struggling health-wise with Davis and with our pitching staff. We thought Carrasco was going to come back. He was supposed to come back in this Rays series, but obviously they thrown him on the 60-day injured list. So at the same time, the bench has been doing good. And you know what? In my opinion, guys, when Brandon Nimmo and Davis comes back, I throw them on the bench. Pilar and VR has been so good that you can't take these guys out of the lineup, especially with this 7-game winning streak. Nelson, what's up, buddy? How you doing? LFGM, everybody. Don't forget, guys, hit on that like button. You're new to the channel, hit on that subscribe button. Share this stream. Let's get this out to more people, guys. I will be with you until 9 o'clock tonight. I will be going to the games tomorrow and Saturday. So if you are going to the games, please let me know. I will try to meet up with you guys before the game, after the game, in the game. Just let me know. I will be going live during the game. So probably during the 5th inning. Excuse me, guys. It's been a long day. But I will be going live before the game, and I will be going live in the 5th inning, as I did in the Philadelphia series and at home a couple of times when I was at Citi Field. So, a few things. Let's get right into it, guys. The Baltimore series. We're going to talk about that a little bit because the big thing was involving Matt Harvey with Game 2 of the series. I am so glad the Met fans gave him a standing ovation because I know Harvey struggled after the 2015 season, but he brought this Mets team back on the map in 2013 when he came up from the minors. Such a big deal. It brought us back to actually being a baseball team again. There was nothing for Met fans to be excited about. And here comes Matt Harvey, the dominance, the confidence, I'm going to punch you in the mouth, Matt Harvey. That's what we got in 2013. 2014, obviously, you had the Tommy John. Then coming back from Tommy John and mowing people down in 2015. We all know what he did in 2015 in the playoffs, in the World Series, with DeGrom, with Matz, with Syndergaard. It was so nice to see Met fans show out for him and give him an ovation. So nice to see. I wish it was a packed ballpark. Unfortunately, it wasn't a night game. It was a 12 o'clock game. And with COVID, there wasn't a lot of people there. But, man, I would have loved to see like 30,000 give him a standing ovation because he does deserve it. I'm glad he didn't pitch well because the Mets got the win. It was a nice, easy victory, 7-1. That's what I like to see. But the comeback in Game 1, nice to see with the to make it 7-game winning streak, and it just keeps on rolling. We still got a 1-game lead in the division, 5 games over 500. That's what I'd like to see, guys. Let me know in the comment, guys. How are you guys feeling? How are you guys doing right now? Like, you guys got to be psyched. There's nothing going wrong with this team right now. The bench mob is producing. The pitching rotation is doing what the pitching rotation is supposed to do. And as you guys already know, the pitching matchup for tomorrow is as follows. David Peterson versus Tyler Glasnow. So as you guys know, Tyler Glasnow is the ace of the staff for the Rays. David Peterson had a rough outing the last time. And let's just hope he can bounce back. You know, he's got a hard task against Glasnow. And the Rays offense is a pesky team. So we got to see what he can do. Let's see if he can bear down. He does got that, you know, that confidence that he's going to come back and show a good performance. That's what I believe. So it's really good to see that David Peterson is coming back. Let's see if he can throw it down, show if he can pick himself back up, go solid 5 or 6 innings. I would take that. Absolutely. I would take 5 or 6 innings from David Peterson, especially the way the bullpen has been performing. especially with all the days off we've been having. They've been rested. So I wouldn't mind having a bullpen coming in for 3 to 4 innings and getting us to win. I would definitely like to see that. Absolutely. So I want to say what's up, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hit on that like button. Hit on that subscribe button. Let me know what's up in the comments. How you guys are feeling about the Mets 7-game winning streak and everything in between. The bench mob, the bullpen, the lineup. Everything you want to talk about, it's on the table. Just let me know in the comments. Gonna let for more people to come in. Gonna give you a couple of minutes. Say what's up in the comments, guys. Let me know how you're doing. And I will say what's up, give you guys shout outs, show you guys up on the screen. What's up? Let's go, Mets. We are pumped. 7-game winning streak, everybody. That's what I like to see. So we're gonna get a little bit more into it, guys. I want to give a little bit of a shout out to Michael Conforto because, man, he struggled like crazy early on. He's getting better with the bat. Defensively, he is all world. SoCal, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Thank you for tuning in. Hit on that like button if you don't mind. Guys, Michael Conforto has been so good. He's getting hot. Defensively, this guy deserves a gold glove. Man, oh man. The plays that diving catch he made in right center. Going back in the ball in right field next to the wall. He's just been so good defensively and coming on offensively. And then we got Dominic Smith coming back offensively. That's what I want to see with this lineup. Alonso hasn't hit a home run in a while, but he's still making solid contact. So far, so good with the lineup. The bullpen's been good. The bench has been good. It's just so much that you have to be happy about as a Met fan right now. We're in first place. 5 games over 500. 7-game winning streak. There's nothing to complain about except we got to keep it going. Let's get 10-game winning streak. 11, 12, 13. Let's get greedy. Met fans deserve this. We've been going through hell over the years with Brody Van Wagenen and so on and so forth. With ownership being a disaster. Now we got Cohen. We got a solid team. We just got to get it going, guys. Everybody, thank you guys for tuning in. So happy to be here. I will be with you guys between 8:45 and 9 o'clock. As long as the Wi-Fi holds up, I will be here until at least 8:45. Let me know how you guys are doing. Hit on that like button. Hit on that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Share out this live stream, guys. Let's get more people involved. That's what I like to see. Met fans are pumped. 7-game winning streak. Let me know what you guys are talking about. You are damn right, SoCal. Let me put your comment on that screen right now. Conforto is making that money plays. Absolutely. Contract value is increasing. I absolutely agree. With Michael Conforto picking it up. You know what? He has to be consistent. He can't have those long slumps and then get hot for a month. Cold a month, hot a month. Cold a month, hot a month. We don't want that. He wants that big payday. He's got to keep that hot streak for 2 or 3 months. He's got to be solid. Even when he's not going to do a big hot streak, he's definitely got to go be solid. And that's what I want to see with Conforto. RG, how you doing, buddy? Absolutely. The Mets are a game and a half ahead in the standings in the NL East. That's what we like to see. Pat Mazika's shirtless bobblehead. Wouldn't that be great? The guy doesn't even have a hit. It has 2 walk-off wins. You can't even make that up. That's never been done in Major League history. That's insane. I love it. Only the Mets. Only the freaking Mets. Nelson, I like that comment. Pat Mazika, shirtless bobblehead. I don't know with the the cancel culture. They might not want that. It might be too sexist. Let's go. I want that bobblehead. Somebody makes it, I'll buy it. And then I'll buy 2 and I'll give it away in a free giveaway. How about that? Don't forget, guys, please watch that video with the flying squirrel, Jeff McNeil bobblehead. If you haven't watched it, please do. Don't forget, you got to watch the video so you know how to enter to win that bobblehead, guys. Please enter and find out how to enter to win. So at the end of the May, I can do the drawing. So you have the opportunity to win that free bobblehead. And I think it's really cool. It's a weird squirrel, but it's a really nice. It's a limited edition bobblehead. Only 1,000 were made, so it's good to get your hands on that bobblehead, guys. So just make sure you check out that video. You got to do 3 things. Check out the video so you know what you have to do to enter to win that Jeff McNeil Flying Squirrel limited edition bobblehead. Let me pull up your comment, RG. What's up? How you doing? Thank you for tuning in. I haven't really noticed when JD's coming back. He's on a 10-day DL on an IL. I think he's coming back right after the Rays series, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's right after the Rays series, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not 100% on that. But I do think it's after the Rays series. But you know what? At the moment, the bench has been so good. If the bench keeps on performing, the PR, VR, even Peraza keeps on performing, I want JD Davis and Nimmo on the bench until these guys come back to earth. And then you put these guys back in, Nimmo and Davis. Because you can't mess up the flow. A 7-game winning streak started with this bench mob. You can't put these guys on the bench and throw Nimmo and Davis back and mess up the flow of this lineup. Keep these guys going. I wouldn't even put them, if you want to give one of the guys a day off, fine. But Nimmo and Davis on the bench. Pilar and VR, it's got to be in the everyday lineup. No doubt about it. I don't think you could take these guys into the lineup until we lose the game. It's just not fair. Honestly, it's not. Jonathan, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Thank you for tuning in. Let's beat up future Met Glass now. I don't know about that. But you never know with Steve Cohen. You just never know. Excuse me, guys. Whew. A little tired. Long day. Long day of travel. Yeah, you know what? And you know what? It's been working. Don't mess with something that's working. RG, we've been putting out a AAA lineup. Absolutely. Even Peraza has been producing. Pilar, VR, Peraza. I mean, let's go. You know what? You got to keep them in the lineup. You got to let them keep on going, guys. Absolutely. No doubt about it. You don't take these guys out of the lineup. Let them keep producing. Let's get the most out of this bench until they can't do it no more. And then throw them back on the bench when they start to struggle. Throw Nimmo back in there and Davis in there. Why not? I don't see a problem with that. 7-game winning streak, keep them in there until we lose. Why not? And let me just, for everybody who just came in, David Peterson and Tyler Glasnow for game 1 on the mound. So it's going to be a tough go right away off this road trip against Tyler Glasnow, the ace of the staff for the Rays. Now, I think we can get to him. We have to make him work. We have to make him work. Get the pitch count up. Get him into high counts. That's the way we're going to have to beat Tyler Glasnow. No doubt about it. SoCal, let me throw up that comment right now. 2 comments, but it's SoCal. No need to rush them back with how the depth players are playing. 100% agree. We've been chatting about that in the chat. I've been talking about that. Don't mess up the flow. I hope Rojas does not mess up the flow. There's no need to. This Mets has been coming together. The bench mob, the Donnie Stevenson Mets. It's just everything combined has been working. Don't mess it up. I don't see there's no reason to mess it up. And let me throw another one out there, SoCal, that you put up there. Our pitching has been lights out. Absolutely. David Peterson has a little hiccup. But other than that, the staff, I think if I'm not mistaken, I seen a stat, I think, 2 days ago, if I'm not mistaken. Our pitching staff as a whole has like a 2.86 ERA. That's amazing. I don't know if we're going to keep that up, but we have to take advantage of it right now. We got to keep on with this winning streak and continue to piggyback on the shoulders of this pitching staff, bullpen and rotation, because sooner or later they're going to come back to earth a little bit, and the offense have to pick them up. And I want to say something, and I was going to bring this up, but RG brought it up in the chat. June has never been kind to the Mets. Absolutely. This Mets team has struggled for many years in June. You know how they talk about the dog days of summer, the dog days of August? We have to get through the dog days of June with this Mets team. Good call, RG. I was going to bring that up, but you brought it up in the chat, and that's a good call on you. Good job by you, RG. 2 thumbs up. What RJ said about June, the Mets have struggled for so many years in June. It basically buried us in the first half, and then we have to put pedal to the metal in the second half, and we just never had enough gas to get through the hump, even to the wild card. We lost all juice at the end of the year into September, and that's not what we want. Let's have a really strong first half, so if we happen to struggle a little bit in the second half, at least our first half picked us up. So where we maybe have to play a couple of games over 500 in the second half. Let's be 10, 11, 12, 15 games over 500 in the first half. So when we have that little downgrade in the second half, it's not going to hurt us in the standings when it comes to wins-loss. We have to have a good June. You know what? If we have a really good May, maybe 8 to 10 games over 500 May and a 500 June, I'll take that, especially over the last couple of years. Because that shows that this team is different from the last couple of years. And I truly think this team is different. I am shocked by this pitching performances by Stroman. I'm just amazed by Stroman having a sub 3 ERA, a sub 2.5 ERA under. I'm shocked by Stroman. Hopefully DeGrom comes back healthy, and after he comes back off the IL, Taijuan Walker has been solid. David Peterson, I think, will be okay. Even Luke Casey, I think, is going to be okay. And then we can have Carrasco and Syndergaard coming back in June. Oh, baby, am I excited. Let's go. But June is going to be a huge month for this Mets team. They have to take advantage of this pitching staff, bullpen and rotation pitching so well. Because sooner or later, this pitching staff is going to come back to earth a little bit. And that's when things are going to get tricky. And we have to take advantage of the NL East not being so good right now. The only team on the 500, over 500, is the Phillies. So we have to take full advantage of that, guys. Pitching staff has been killing it like Dexter. Love that. Love that. Great series, by the way. RG, David Peterson last start worries me. It does, but what I don't worry about with Peterson is that his personality is something where I think he can go over it. And even Gary Cohen and Keith Hernandez, Ron Dolan talked about it on the broadcast. He's got that personality where he can easily forget his last start and worry about his next. Maybe, I do have to see how he comes out tomorrow against the Rays. But it all depends on the first inning. He struggles in the first inning. And if he can get out of the first inning good, I don't think there's going to be no issue, guys. Don't forget, guys, please like this stream. If you're new to the channel or you know people who like YouTube, like Mets content, bring them over to my channel, guys, and subscribe to my channel. I will be doing live in-game streams. As you guys know, I did it with Philly. I did it in Citi Field. I will be doing at the Chop the next 2 games, Friday and Saturday. So don't forget, guys, please tune in. I love you guys' support. I always enjoy these live streams with you guys. Thank you for that support, guys. I love it. Let me check your comments really quick, guys. Absolutely. That's why RJ, that's a really good comment. What always pisses me off about when people say, oh, it's only April. It's only 1 game. Yeah, but that 1 game, that bad week in April can come back to haunt you in June, in July, in August, and definitely September. You know what? That 1 in 5 in April, in that 1 week going 1 in 5, can kill you in September. And I hate when people say that. Every game matters. This is not basketball where everybody makes the playoffs. You can be under 500 and make the playoffs. This is not even hockey, for that matter. Even though that's the game I love. I love hockey. But even hockey, every team makes playoffs, even though my beloved Rangers not. But it's not basketball. It's not hockey. We truly, truly, truly need to have a strong June. Every game matters. Even though it's a 162-game season, every game matters. April, May, June, July, August, September. 6 months out of 6 months of the season, 6 months matter. Because a really good April and a very strong May can help you when you're struggling in the dog days of August and possibly even September. But June has been the kryptonite of this Mets team over the last couple of years. June has to be better. RG, I'm going to throw up your comment right here. No more 5 and 25 Junes. You know what? I'm going to pray to that. Let me make that cross right there, right? Listen, I will take a 500 June if we continue to perform like this in May. We continue to play like this in May. A 500 June keeps us well above 500 and probably the lead in the NL East going into July, going into the trade deadline, which is very interesting to see because I'm a big proponent of Chris Bryant. And if you look at Chris Bryant's numbers, he's been good, very good. A lot better offensively than whatever you can provide between VR, even though I love VR right now, and Davis, who hasn't been really on the field. When he's been healthy, he's hit this year. but he really hasn't been healthy. I'm gonna throw out Chris Bryant numbers. Let me throw this up real quick. Give me 1 second, guys. Sorry, let me just check it out real quick. Sorry, I'm getting a lot of texts. I'm supposed to be meeting people tomorrow before the game. Sorry, guys. All right, guys. So here we go. Let me just pull up the Cubs. Excuse me. Joseph, how you doing, buddy? Sorry about that. I missed your comment. Thank you guys for tuning in. 7-game winning streak, baby. I love it too. Woo! All right, let me just check it out really quick. All right, here we go. Chris Bryant. Sorry, the Wi-Fi is a little crappy in here, guys. So let me just pull it up. It's just very slowly. Let me just look at your comments real quick. RJ, Yankees aren't a threat to anyone. I don't think the Yankees are that good. I'm sorry. I still don't believe in their bullshit pitcher rotation. Their bullpen's very solid. I'll give them that. But, hey, make me check the – oh, here we go. But the Yankees don't scare me. Their lineup is a hit and miss. All right, guys, so – okay. Let me just go over Chris Bryant really quick before I have a heart attack with this. Because, yeah. Okay. Chris Bryant stats. Okay. 120 at-bats. He's batting .308, 9 home runs, 22 RBIs, 1 stolen base. He has an OPS of over 1,000, 1.050. You're telling me that wouldn't be good in this lineup right now? And he's very solid defensively. I am telling you right now, guys, the New York Mets and Sandy Alderson laid the groundwork in the offseason when they talked to the Chicago Cubs about Chris Bryant twice. They are laying the foundation for the trade deadline to acquire Chris Bryant. I am about 95% sure the Mets are going to do whatever they can to try to get Chris Bryant to put him at third base for the second half of the season. I don't know why I had that feeling, but with those numbers and the Cubs not playing very well is a perfect time for the Mets to pounce on getting Chris Bryant and throw him at third in a Mets uniform. So let me just pick up on your comments, guys. Exactly. Seth, Thor, Cookie, all these damn nicknames. These 3 guys are coming back very soon. Within 3 weeks, these guys are coming back. 3 to 4 weeks. That's like 3 big-time acquisitions. Just imagine. This bullpen has been performing without Lugo all year. Bringing Lugo back in his bullpen is just going to make it better. Bringing Carrasco in this rotation is just going to make it better. Bringing Noah Syndergaard, the god of thunder, is going to make this rotation better. Not only is it going to make this rotation better, but putting Lucchesi in the bullpen as an option with Yamamoto and having Reed Foley in the wings as an option also in the bullpen, who's been solid. I mean, there's so many freaking options, guys. And this team is getting better. I love it. And it's just the only thing that we have to do. Guys, I'm going to read your comments really quick and shout you out. And I'm going to answer your question, guys. Just give me 1 second. Let me just make one point. To have a strong May, as we are right now, with a 7-game winning streak, and having a strong May makes June to not be greedy. If we have a really, really good May, I'm talking about 10 game over 500 in May. We can have a 500 June and still be in first place in going into July, going into the trade deadline, and being in first place in the NL East. How many games is obviously up in the air. But having a solid May, a really good 9, 10, 11 games on over 500 May can give us a chance to go 500 in June, which is perfectly fine with me to not be greedy. Going into July, into the trade deadline, being in first place, going into the trade deadline in the NL East is a huge opportunity for this Mets team, and they can do it. All right, guys, let me just check really quick your comments. Just give me a second to scroll through it. Jarred Kelenic is making his debut. Absolutely. You know what? I hope he does good. You know what? You can't fault the player, obviously. I don't want him to struggle. I don't want him to be a Mike Trout, though, because that would suck. But let's be honest. Is this Seattle team ever going to be good? Really good? You know, I know they got a couple of prospects coming up, but until, I don't care getting rid of a prospect, even of the caliber, the projections that Kelenic is projected to be. Even if he is Mike Trout, does it really matter if the Mariners never do anything productive like wins and playoffs and championships? Look at Mike Trout. Who the hell, if the Mets would have traded Mike Trout the same way they would have traded, all right, let me put it this way. If Kelenic has the career of Mike Trout, and the Mariners perform like the Angels performed with Mike Trout, with Jarred Kelenic, who the hell cares? He's throwing MVP, All-Star, Hall of Fame type numbers, and the Angels don't even sniff the playoffs. What, did Mike Trout make the playoffs one time and got knocked out of the first round? My thing is that it's done with. I hope Jarred Kelenic plays well. Hope he stays healthy throughout his career. But it does not matter to this Mets team anymore. At the moment, Diaz is performing, and that's all I care about. Cano is an afterthought at this point. It wasn't a good trade. We all know it. It was a stupid trade. But at the end of the day, guys, what you have to think about now is the here and now. You want to talk about minor leaguers? Talk about Pete Crow Armstrong. Even though he's on the IL right now. He's on the injury list. Talk about Ronnie Mauricio, who is performing in Brooklyn. Those guys. Obviously, a big-time minor leaguer pitcher is having Tommy John. Okay, that's a problem. Sucks. But all I have to say, guys, is that our minor leaguers are pretty good. Even Khalil Lee, who just been called up. Let's worry about the here and now. Even though Jarred Kelenic was a hurt, it really sucked at the moment. But at the end of the day, Diaz is performing now, and that's all that matters. SoCal, if we trade for Bryant, we would have to make sure we sign him because a rental. Well, you know what? The rental could work, and let me give you the reason why. Because the rental now and the trade into the trade deadline for only a second half pickup, even a rental, is not going to cost you as much to get Bryant as it would have if you got him in the offseason. It might cost you a Mauricio. But at the end of the day, it might cost you a Mauricio. It might cost you a top 10 prospect. Maybe a top 5 to 10 prospect, and maybe a Davis. I don't think it's going to be more than that because no team is going to give up an arm and a leg for Bryant for only a rental for a second half. They're just not going to do it. So it's not going to cost you too much. I'm willing to give up a prospect 5 through 10 and Davis for Bryant. Maybe I will give up a Mauricio straight up for Bryant for rental. If it gets us over the top to win a World Series, who the hell cares at this point? We haven't won a World Series since '86, guys. It comes at a point in time you have to nip it in the butt and go all out if this team can win a World Series. It's not worrying about, let's worry about this prospect. Worry about winning. Worry about the Major League team. But I do understand your concern, SoCal. Yes, Joseph. Khalil was brought up, obviously, with the injury to Nimmo, putting them on the IL, and then, all the other injuries and everything like that. So it's nice to see Khalil back. Maybe he'll get a start here and there. He might get a start tomorrow. You never know. He's very good defensively. Offensively, it's a struggle. You know what? SoCal, even Beatty, let's be honest. If you're going to give up Beatty for Chris Bryant, you do that in a heartbeat. Because at the end of the day, even if Chris Bryant is a rental, we still have Luis Guillorme. And you're going to be like, Luis Guillorme at third base? Yes. Because let's be honest, have we really been getting a lot of offensive production from Davis or anybody else that's played third base over the years? Todd Frazier? No. So, at the end of the day, if Chris Bryant gets us over the hump and gets us to the promised land, which is a World Series victory, a World Series championship, I don't care. I'll worry about that in the next 2 to 3 years, what Beatty is projected to come up in about a year or two. I'm not going to worry if we're in a World Series. That's what I'm not going to worry about. Absolutely. All right, guys, let me recap a little bit. Guys, if you're just tuning in, hit on that like button. Hit on that subscribe button if you're new to the channel, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. I am live in my hotel room in Tampa, Florida right now. And I think I'm sorry, I might have missed that. I think it was Joseph or Jonathan. Somebody said if I'm going to the games. Yes, I'm going to the games on Friday and Saturday. Sorry about if I missed that comment. I apologize. But I am going to the game Friday and Saturday, and I will be going live before the game, and I will be going live in the 5th inning of the game like I've done in the past in Philly and at Citi Field. So catch me up while you can before and after the game at the Trop. Let me catch up in the comments. RJ, I understand that, but I think this team can be 5 to 6 games, maybe even, I would say 5 to 8 games over 500. by the trade deadline, I'll take that. Because the way the NL East is playing, now just think, besides the Phillies, the Braves have to be 10 to 12 games over 500 by the trade deadline to even be where the Mets are at this moment, to be ahead of us. So they have to play 10 games over 500 baseball until the trade deadline to get where we are right now, the way these guys have been performing. The Nats have been struggling. The Phillies have been playing pretty good. The Phillies are going to be a threat all year. Absolutely. Ghostway, what's up, buddy? I just saw your comment. Sorry about that. What's up, baby? What's up? How you doing? Thank you for tuning in. You know, I appreciate that support. Yeah, Ronnie Mauricio is our star, but unless he's going to play third base, I'll give him up for Chris Bryant to put us over the promised land. Ghost. You know what? I really like Ronnie Mauricio, but we just signed Lindor to 10 years. I mean, unless Ronnie Mauricio can pivot and be an all-star at third base, I will trade him if he gets it done for Chris Bryant. Straight up, I would give up Mauricio and Davis for Bryant, 100%, in my opinion. That might piss a lot of people off on the stream, but at the end of the day, guys, we're here to win championships. We're not here to win minor league championships. Sooner or later, it has to be about the major league team and where this team needs to be. And I know Coleman talked about the 5-year plan, but if this team's good enough to win the NL East, to make the playoffs, to do damage in the playoffs, why not do damage in the World Series and bring home a championship to Flushing? It's been way too long for this team to bring a championship to Queens. Since 1986, guys. 1986. I was not even born yet. Maybe that says my age a little bit. Let's see. I'll give you a hint. Some of you guys might know my age, but this hat across my right here in New York. If you've been following my channel, which many of you have, this logo was used 1 year. This lettering right here. It was used in that year, and that was the year I was born. So there you go. I gave up my age. If you can get it, have fun. I will trade Ronnie Mauricio, especially when we don't have a direct spot for him. Well, Ghost, hey, let me put it this way. Nick, how you doing, buddy? Thank you for tuning in. Hit on that like button, Nick. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate the support. Ghost, let me say something. I would do Mauricio straight up for Bryant because we have Lindor for 10 years. If we have Cohen. If we can somehow sign Bryant to an extension, which I don't think. Look, I think Bryant could put us over the top to win a championship. If that's what's needed at the trade deadline. Don't get me wrong. The Mets, sorry, I almost dropped my phone. Listen, it depends on what the Mets need at the trade deadline. If third base is a huge problem, you got to go get out. You have to go get Chris Bryant. You got to remember, the Cubs gave up Gleyber Torres. This is a great example, Ghost. Gleyber Torres Mauricio is not on the level that Gleyber Torres was in the minors as a prospect, but he's up there. The Cubs knew they needed a closer. And the only way to do that was to give up their number one prospect in Gleyber Torres to acquire Chapman. And what did that do in 2016? It got him a World Series. If that is the guy is the missing link. You do whatever you can as an organization to get that guy to make a champion, to bring a championship. If that is the missing piece, is the missing link, you go do that. I understand your concern about the future, but you also have to worry about the now. And if this team is in first place in the NL East, if that's the missing piece you need to bring that team over the hump and to win a championship, you go do that. Now, you know what? Let's give the Yankees fans a little break. Let them sweep the Rays. Let them have their moment. And let the Rays beat them in the playoffs. That's what I want, SoCal. Joseph, 100% correct, 1987. That's correct. Good job, Joseph. Now you know my age. Now do the math and you know how old I am. Ghost, we can do that. I'm on board with that. But is that what the Cubs want? Like I said, I gave you the example with the Chapman-Torres. If that's what the Mets need at the trade deadline. Now, we don't know. It could be bullpen, God forbid, of injury or struggles. Maybe somebody goes down in the lineup other than third base. And we need an outfielder or something of prominence. We might need that. But at the moment, in the here and now, on May, what the day's the 13th? On May 13th, I think we need a third baseman. And the way Chris Bryant is playing, 308, 9 home runs, 22 RBIs, guys, you can't pass that up. If that's what's needed at the trade deadline, is a third baseman, you go out and get him. The perfect example is the Chapman for Torres example with the Cubs and Yankees in 2016. The Yankees made a decision to trade Chapman, and they got the number one prospect in the Chicago Cubs system in Gleyber Torres at the time. And it got him a World Series. And Chapman did the job. That's what the Mets have to do if it's needed. And if that's what they need at the trade deadline, you go get it if that's what's going to put that team over the top. Torres does suck. Ghost, I agree. But at the end of the day, and during that moment in 2016, some people were absolutely beside themselves that the Cubs would give up the number one prospect in Torres for Chapman, for a reliever. Remember, that's what people said. You would give up your number one prospect for a reliever. That's insane. But what did it get him? A 2016 World Series. That's it. You worry about the future when it comes. When you got that ring on your finger, that World Series ring, it does not matter. You worry about it then. You know, it's not like this team is going to be the Royals after 2015 that are going to be 100 loss season. This team is young enough. We got a core. The core is already here, guys. You fill that with veterans. You fill that with that missing piece, like a Bryant. We got a core. We got Alonso. We got DeGrom. We got McNeil. We got Conforto. That's our core, guys. That's what we're building around. That's what we're putting around to make this team a championship team. Oh, the Yankees are losing 4-0? Good. Let the Rays score all the runs now, so when they face the Mets, they score nothing. Michael, how you doing, buddy? Thank you for tuning in. Guys, if you're just tuning into the stream, thank you for tuning in, guys. I will be with you guys for another 10 minutes or so. Please hit on that like button if you're new to the channel. hit on that subscribe button, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. Let me do a little recap, guys. Guys, if you haven't watched the Jeff McNeil Flying Squirrel bobblehead video, please do. So you can find out how to enter to win the Jeff McNeil Flying Squirrel bobblehead. The limited edition, only 1,000 have been made. So if you got one, you're one of the 1,000. So watch that video, find out how to enter to win, and at the end of May, in the end of May, you'll be in the drawing to win the Jeff McNeil Flying Squirrel bobblehead. And you might get a little gift with that bobblehead. You know, you will get an extra gift with that bobblehead. So make sure you enter to win. And how do you do that? You watch that video that says free bobblehead giveaway. It was the last couple of videos I made, guys. Check that out if you haven't already. Please do. Don't lose that on the opportunity. I checked it yesterday. I have 96 views on that video. I have 23 likes. So what does that mean? If you haven't properly entered everything that I say to enter, the comment, liking the video, and subscribing to my channel. You have to check out the video to find out what is the comment to enter in below the video. There's only 23 likes. So that means only 23 people like right now are right now in the drawing out of 96 people who watched it. Now there might be some people who says, I don't want the bobblehead. But I really do think, because there is a lot of comments. There's about 35 comments. So guys, if you commented what you were supposed to comment and forgot to like the video, go back and like, guys, because I can check if you guys liked it. I can check if you commented properly and if you subscribe to my channel. Don't miss out, guys. It's a free bobblehead. Who doesn't want a free bobblehead? And I will give a free gift with that bobblehead when that time comes. All right, guys, let me go up to the comments really quick. I will be with you guys for a few more minutes. Ghost, we do have a future, absolutely. Before I go, sorry, buddy, my hotel Wi-Fi is terrible, guys. I've been with you guys for an hour, so it's been in and out. It's been pretty good, but it hasn't been great. Sorry about that, guys. Mike, sorry about that. Bill, you can hang on the JD all you want, but at the end of the day, if that's what's needed to bring this team over the hump, you got to go out and get Chris Bryant. I take it, Nelson, absolutely. Pat Mazika with 2 walk-off game-winning hits without a hit. It's amazing. Never been done in Major League history. That's awesome. He's never going to amount to nothing, probably, Patrick Mazika, but he does have that. The only player in Major League history to have 2 walk-off wins without a hit and without a walk with 2 fielder's choice. It's amazing. It's awesome. Yes, Michael, what's up? Let me know what's Michael, say what's up in the chat. Let me know what's going on. Sorry if I'm a little laggy right now, guys. The Wi-Fi, the hotel Wi-Fi has been holding on, which I'm shocked. Yeah, RJ, I expect the Mets to be underdogs tomorrow. I mean, Glass now, he's an ace, you know? He's going to be a tough go. Glass now against Peterson. I would pick the Rays to be favored in the game, but the Mets can be underdogs. You know what? Put money on the money line. Put money on the money line right there. Put some money on the Mets for being the underdogs. What are they? They're probably plus money. Put $100 on that. Make some money on the Mets. Let's go. Not only will you make some money, you can root for your favorite team. Nothing better than that. Peterson and Vientos. You know what? Peterson could be expendable. But I don't know if the Cubs would want Vientos. I think they would want Beatty. To be honest, Michael. I do think they would want Beatty over Vientos, in my opinion. Would you do that? Peterson and Beatty? I would. If that's what the Mets really need, I think the Mets have to do it. And I would do that. I would think you would have to replace Beatty for Vientos in that trade, Michael, in my opinion. So yeah, Michael, I would replace Beatty with Vientos in that trade. Only because it's a nice trade for the Mets if it's Vientos and Peterson. Can we call them up now? Could we get Bryant now? But what you have to take into consideration is what are the needs of the Cubs. They might lose their shortstop at the end of the year from free agency, Baez, and they might not have a third baseman anymore with Chris Bryant if they don't re-sign, if they don't extend, give him a big extension or trade him or re-sign him. Now they need a third baseman that can probably come up soon if they're going to rebuild, and that's Beatty. It's not Vientos. Maybe Davis also. Sorry about that, Michael. The hotel Wi-Fi sucks, man. That's all I can say. But I will be leaving just now, guys. So let me just say what I gotta say. Say my exit, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. All right, guys. So recap: Mets are on a 7-game winning streak going into their road trip against the Tampa Bay Rays. 3-game series tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday. Got a tough go of it tomorrow against Glasnow. But the Mets can win this series. Can they sweep them? I don't know. 2 out of 3, 8 out of 9, I'll take it. But 7-game winning streak. Mets are clicking. They're running on all cylinders. The New York Mets have an opportunity in May to show the NL East and Major League Baseball how good this team can really be. I'm going to leave you guys with that. And guys, don't forget, hit on that like button. You're new to the channel, hit on that subscribe button. For everybody who's going to watch the stream later, hit that like button. Hit on that subscribe button. Check out my videos. And guys, check out that video, if you haven't already, of the Jeff McNeil Flying Squirrel free bobblehead giveaway. Check out that video so you know how to enter to win. All right, guys. I appreciate you guys sticking with me for over an hour. I will see you guys tomorrow before the game. Thank you guys for your support. And as always, let's go Mets. Let's get those wins, babies. See you at the Trop tomorrow, guys. Have a good night. Michael, I'm sorry you just tuned in. I will be seeing you guys tomorrow. Please hit that like button, guys. I really appreciate all your support. I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace out from Tampa, Florida, guys. I love you guys. Have a good night.